Jonathan Lee Riches, aka JLR, Justice for Summer Wells. I am in front of the Home Depot. Why am I in front of the Home Depot? Well, I'm in front of the Home Depot because Home Depot sells drywall. And we all know that Don Wells does drywall for a living. We all know that. But did you also know that Candace does drywall work? Don Wells told us in a conversation. I have many, many conversations with Don Wells. And he told us in a conversation that Candace does drywall work. Check this out.
Well, I'm trying to get her to work with me, but she broke one of her ankles and twisted one of her ankles, and she's actually been really fucked up for a long time. So she's been trying to get back to work, and I'm like, because she worked with me before we got pregnant. She can actually do drywall.
What?
She actually does better than a lot of men. Trust me.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Believe me. She can do better than a lot of men.
Was she working with you?
Yeah. She can run angle tools. She can run boxes. Yeah. But when we first started getting pregnant, when we was in Illinois, we went through a tornado up there, and that's when we first had Josie. And since we had kids, I'm like, just stay home with the kids because I don't want my kids raised up by no damn babysitters and crap like that.
What? Candace does drywall. And he said that Candace does drywall better than most men. Now, why is drywall important? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I've been reading up on a lot of cases out there. And there is many cases out there where individuals were arrested after putting a body behind drywall, behind walls in people's homes. We all say that Don does the drywall work, and Summer could be at a job site, affiliated with Don Wells. The day Summer Wells went missing, Don Wells was allegedly working in Jonesboro, Tennessee, which is about a 35-mile drive from the home, Ben Hill Road. And he works drywalls, and a lot of people are saying, hey, check the walls there, check behind the job sites, behind, the houses that he was working on, inside the homes, whatnot. Candace also does drywall. You see photos of Candace wearing that Tucker drywall shirt. Here's a video right here of Candace at Don's job site. Candace at Don's job site. Now, let's talk about June 15th, 2021, the day Summer was reported missing. Don claims he was at his job in Jonesboro when he got the call from Candace. And Don told Candace to hang up, and Don claims he called 911 from his job site.
But she was gone, buddy. And my wife called me, and I said, hang up for me and call 911 right now. And I was at work, and I called 911, threw all my tools that I could in the vehicle, and from Jonesboro, I come out. I made it out here before anybody.
Well, if Candace knows a lot about drywall, did she dispose of Summer inside their home or somewhere else? And did drywall work real quickly? Because Don said she's good at doing drywall. I looked up Don Wells' criminal history, and he has numerous arrests. And for instance, he got arrested in 91 in Tampa, Florida for domestic violence. On his arrest sheet, he lists drywall as an occupation. If you read his arrest sheets from Arkansas, he lists drywall as an occupation. He's been a drywaller for decades. Candace, she apparently does drywall work. Did authorities thoroughly look inside that home, Ben Hill Road, the home of Don and Candus Wells that day. Was there any drywall being done on the home of that day? Also, since Don and Candace are in the drywall business, did they go to Home Depot around the time Summer Wells was reported missing? Or Lowe's, or Ace Hardware, or any type of location around that area that sells drywall? Where does Don Wells get his supplies from? Has there been abnormal purchases made around that time? Because we still don't know what happened to Summer and why. We don't know if it was premeditated or not. We don't know if it was planned or not for something to happen to Summer, or if it was just an accident and they panicked. But Candace does drywall too. And usually, I would assume in these situations, if you wanted to get rid of a body quickly, you do something, your type of profession. Your type of profession mixes in where you would put that body. For instance, Chris Watts. Chris Watts was in the oil business, oil wells and whatnot, and he disposed his children at one of his job sites. He disposed his children at one of his job sites. You know, you go to where you're used to every day and just try to find a way to get rid of a body. You know, that's just a theory and speculation because we still don't know what happened to Summer Wells. We still don't know what happened to Summer Wells over a year later. But Candace does drywall work. Interesting. Was she working on the home at all at Ben Hill Road? Was there any improvements being done at the time around Summer Wells was reported missing? I know authorities maybe did a basic search, but did they actually look inside the walls or the concrete or the foundation at the home of Ben Hill Road or any other locations that are affiliated with Don and Candus Wells? If you have any information about the whereabouts of Summer Wells, contact the Tennessee Borough Investigation 1-800-TBI-FIND. Justice for Summer Wells. What happened to Summer Wells? Keep Summer's name out there. Summer's life mattered, everyone. Everyone be safe. God bless and love your loved ones.